it'd have to be perfected. I mean, like,
it's like
there's a balance to ride with it to have a positive effect at the end.
Yeah, I know, you can't just like terrify the shit.
Oh no, that's yeah. The thing is, the terrifying thing is only terrifying if you balance it with like. No, you have to ease them in almost. Give them a false sense of security.
What in that description would instill any sense of security?
Horses.
They take the drugs.
Horses?
First, you just have like whiskey wind
horses. You should let them
horses.
start tripping first, because with 2C you kind of forget who you are after triple smart. So like, they just start forget that they took the drugs, forget they're in this machine. Nice horses and butterflies, and then suddenly the horse just dies.
And you're plunged into this room of...
And then a mannequin just bursts in and kills the horse. The horse just
started eating it alive.
Is that what it vomits?
Horse guts. Live horse guts from the horse that you were riding when you thought you were happy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We should really take it really far there than that though, before it gets to that.
Yeah.
Like, have the horse like morph into like this half like woman-esque type figure, you know, that's like a horse but like a woman, and like morphs into a woman and like is like really seductive and like, ooh, and then you're just like, oh my god, and then like it slowly like morphs back a little bit into a horse, but it's like mostly a woman, like back a little to a woman, and like really like a horse, but it's like the whole time coming on.
What the fuck? What the fuck idea is that? Tricky people.
Where you actually have like, you know, a fiberglass,
So you want to get really
synthetic,
attached to it.
like a synthetic, you know, like robotic person. Not elastic.
Cyborg.
Not elastic. What's the word for silicon, not silicon. But you create this actual trip where you fuck the person's mind completely. They don't know that they're a person anymore, but you keep the person element to it. So it's not like full ego loss, like a trip, like boom, I like a pattern. It's like I'm a person, and like there's reinforcers to say you are a person, and like, oh, that identity is reinforced. But then you bring in the horse element, and then you bring in other patterns, and you really completely maintain their ego and destruct it, which is the only way to really make them make it stay. To make it stick.
Once they like are really like confused by the woman on the horse, and it's just like they just accepted it, then like have it just be brutally murdered.
Yes, or just have it like turn into something completely wretched, like a slug, with pores just oozing pus. You know, like rotten pus, like rotten milk.
Yeah, that's starting to get gross before it gets scary.
It just like literally just like expands and just turns into like this fucking rotten cottage cheese intestine that just like, and then just like surrounds you and just like turns into like these penises and vaginas that are just like surging around and all exploding into like cottage cheese.
Gross. Penises and vaginas surging.
And exploding in cottage cheese.
Can you give me that tennis tool, Ted? This is the strangest thing ever. Tim, I got a tennis tool.
What?
Can I say a tennis tool?
Here, I'll do it. Happy birthday.
I like this.
So, I'm feeling very inspired right now.
This world.
So after the caterpillar.
What? No mention's been made of this caterpillar.
I think you just turned the slug into a caterpillar.
It's really not a slug or a caterpillar. It's just like a slugapillar. Like a whitehead slugapillar. A rotten whitehead slugapillar.
Okay.
That turns into just like the white turns to red right as it explodes. Explodes into pure red. Everything goes red.
Nothing's okay anymore.
And that red starts to turn to amber, dark, rumbling amber. And then all of a sudden, out of this dark red, 2 eyes, white, raging, angry eyes, like as big as 2 suns, just appear out of the void. And then they rubble together and it turns into this horse. Like smoke and like millions of like dead Jews like coming out of the ovens, out of his nose. And like screaming. And he goes, and he like bites and swallows you, and you're just like surging down this like history of mankind of like slaughtered people's like heads being bashed in by fucking like bones and rocks, you know, and fucking like people eating other people, and like the Nazis in the fucking ovens, and like people's heads getting chopped off, and all of it, just like millions and millions of squirming past, spinning around.
That happened to me in a less brutal fashion when I was on DMT. I saw like 1,000 souls, like people just flying by my face and like flying by me. Like moments.
It's real.
But anyway, do it to them for real, but with death and suffering.
So how's this come full circle? It seems pretty negative progression.
North Pole.
The North Pole. What's so redeeming about like an Arctic barren wasteland?
I think the North Pole would just seem ominous and scary after that. Like, I'm straight out of here.
Yeah.
What kind of new creatures can come murder me?
I think it's actually, you're not necessarily exposed to the elements. Maybe it's just a dome at the top of the North Pole.
And you stop tripping.
So is that where this would be located?
Yeah. What if it started at the South Pole?
So Arctic's gonna be tunnels through the earth, through hell.
Straight through the center of the earth.
And when you're in the center of the earth, it's like the most hellish.
Yeah.
That's where they get the heat for the scalding mannequin vomit.
I think that's one of the better ideas. This is like, just, this mannequins would be so disturbing. Something just creepy as shit about mannequins. Especially when they have like a lot of satanic shit about them.
A lot of satanic shit.
It all seems pretty hell inspired. Except for God.
But balance it out.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know, man. Now I'm really feeling like it should almost be different pieces together. I don't know. It's a huge thing to take on. Like, welcome to this world. Like, you could just give it like the approach, the hellish approach, and just like do that.
That's
Just
part of it.
But I mean, once you step past that and you say, oh, I want to make an all-inclusive statement about it, then like you're taking on such a huge task for me, you know, like.
Yeah, I don't know how well.
It's either you started good and you're like, oh, it's good, but then it's really fucking bad, or you say, oh, it's bad, but then it gets good. You know, like, is it bad then it gets good? You're gonna end it with it gets good, but then it's just like, you might as well make those two separate things then. Like, there's gotta be something at the end that's more than both of them.
You just have like a twist ending, like have it be end super good, but then just like, then like you see one like evil creature in the distance. Still like a good bit of fear in you.
What if it was just like, yeah, you know, like in this sunny pasture, and all of a sudden it's just like this dark hand totally covers you, and it opens and it's like, thanks for enjoying. If you'd like some water or food, you know you're hungry. You haven't eaten in 14 hours. Except for fake
Would
vomit.
you like some lotion for your burns?
Where's the
man.
t-shirt?
I went I died and came back.
There's a lot of responsibility in doing something like that.
With great power comes great responsibility.
And a lot of liability.
That clearly is some liability.
Especially
Yeah.
for realms.
Especially when
People's
people
future mental stability.
People
There's gotta be a
just-
lot of legal.
You have to sign away that. You have to sign a lot of shit before you go.
It'd be a giant ass waiver.
Yeah, well, it costs a lot too, so. It's a pretty big deal. It's not like you just think about it. I mean, this is a commitment you make, like, to a way, you know, to a life that we present to you to live. And after we give them a pamphlet, these are the 7 ways upon your life which you path. Please return 3 times a week with 14 demerits every time.
What the fuck are you talking?
Thank you.
So he's making like seem like they're in a cult.
Thank you for 7999.
Your new name is 47999.
No, you don't even say that. You don't even, it's not. It's just understood.
If that was your name, Baldylocks would be able to remember it.
Yeah, apparently. Fuckers!
Oh my god.
Baldylocks is great. The fucking genius.
Golden locks.
Baldylocks.
Golden locks.
Our neighbor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That way though.
He
We
lives
got a
in the
lot of
basement
neighbors
down
over
there.
here. Is he downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the building manager /
Oh,
sex offender
really?
of our neighborhood, yeah.
What was
Slash
that?
drunk.
/ drunk.
He didn't actually do anything.
What?
He didn't actually do anything, did he?
No, he just got his life fucked.
He didn't actually offend any sex.
Oh, well, shit.
Apparently his wife just had their kid say that to get custody. Yeah, have a little kid. Pressure little kids.
Can I have this?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you bring me one.